The way you are trying to build a network and build an audience on Amazon is making you look goofy. In today's video, what we are going to do is we are going to talk about mistakes that I see a lot of people make when they actually try to network or build an audience, because those goes hand in hand. In the Amazon community, all right? Not too long ago, I noticed a guy on Twitter, and I noticed that basically what he's doing is just, taking my videos, taking knowledge from my videos, taking my talking, because it's not just what I'm saying in my videos, but taking my talking points and actually tweeting them. And I've seen that from a lot of guys, which is not too bad of it. Like, it's not that bad if you do it like certain ways, but the way this guy was doing it was kind of weird. And, it's okay to talk people, to take people talking points, of course, but like, I'm going to tell you what was disturbing about that, all right? Before we actually start, 2 links in the description, one-on-one coaching if you need help to scale your Amazon business, and Discord server if you want to grow your network. Come on the Discord server, ask questions, answer people questions. The more people will see you, the more they will be likely to actually talk to you and become friends with you, and it will make the journey way more fun and way easier to scale, all right? So let's just start. By the way, I think this guy is pretty young, from what I've seen from his profile picture, I'm sorry. No hate, but what I'm trying to say is that if you actually want to build an audience, this is not the way you should go. And I'm going to tell you why. So basically what I noticed is that this guy is basically taking my videos, like, for example, I don't know how to get engaged with Nike and using soccer.com as an example. And this is a dumb example, but there's way more. But basically all his tweets, like 60 to 70% of his tweet was basically one of my videos, talking about taking my talking points from my videos and making it like this. And so this is actually the wrong way to actually build an audience and the wrong way to actually network. If you actually want to build an audience, building a meaningful audience, because yes, you can build an audience on Twitter on some bullshit. But it would not be a meaningful audience because people do not care about you. The best way to actually build an audience is on YouTube and Twitter, you're just tweeting some bullshit. Yes, you can grow your audience base super fast, but it's not as good as an audience that you would have on YouTube. And so, but the whole reason why I'm saying this is because the biggest mistake that I see people making when actually trying to network is to repackage knowledge. And so if you really want to have a lasting, how can I put this the right way? If you really want to build a meaningful network, let's just say it like this, build a meaningful audience, what you should do is actually bring some value to the community by bringing some new knowledge and sharing some stuff that has not been shared. And this is what actually helped me grow this audience on YouTube, which is not big yet, because yes, it is coming. Yes, I'm still growing the audience, and yes, I plan to go way further where it is right now and add some more fuel to the fire sooner or later. But the way that you are actually going to be able to build a meaningful audience is by actually sharing stuff that, sharing new stuff and sharing. Like, let's just take as an example, bringing another point of view. Here's what I wanted to say. You actually need to bring another point of view of stuff because you are your own person, all right? You had to face your own challenge. You scaled your business not the same way as I did. And so, or than other people did. And so this is how you are actually going to be able to build a meaningful audience, because you bring some fresh air into the community and you bring some new strategies, you bring some stuff that people have not been talking about. For example, there's not that much, like, really, if you really want, like, and I'm giving you the best tips right now. If you really want to build an audience right now, about one of the videos that really actually helped me build an audience right there on YouTube is the videos that I made on, it's called tactical arbitrage, because tactical arbitrage is not talked a lot. Everybody talks about the same thing. The 2 white kids from the Midwest, all they talk about is Seller M because they own the software, of course. But what everybody else is doing is talking about Seller M as well and making the exact same content all the time, over and over again. All right, and so we do not need another Miles. We do not need another what's the name? We do not need another fields of profit, all right? We need you and we need your own experience, right? The reason why I was able to build this channel is because I basically say most of the time, and and one of the best videos that I made, the videos that I helped the most people with are my video on how to actually find profitable online arbitrage products and my video on how to actually use Keepa, because most of the Keepa guides were confusing. People were not actually explaining because those guys are not that good at explaining stuff, all right? And so basically also like the way I was able to grow my audience and grow a dedicated audience is because a loyal audience, I should say, is because I basically told people the way, like what you do not understand is that as a beginner you do not need to repackage somebody else's content, because as a beginner you understand better what another beginner is actually facing, what issue another beginner is facing, right? And so as a beginner, like this is exactly what I did, because when I actually started, yes, I was not a beginner with Amazon, but I was a beginner with online arbitrage. When I started, I haven't been doing online arbitrage for a long time at that time, because before that I was doing retail arbitrage, and before that I was doing private labeling. And so what I did is basically tell people, hey, if you're a beginner, like storefront stalking, reverse sourcing may not be the best thing for you to do, because like there's a lot of things that you do not know that's going to be super hard, right? And I knew that exactly because this is what I had to face when I started, and I knew that these guys did not start online arbitrage by doing these meetups, all right? And so by really exposing this content and really like exposing this knowledge and really showing people what actually helped me myself actually get things to click with online arbitrage was not doing some storefront stalking when I was starting. It was doing something else. And if you want to see what it is, you can watch this video. It's called How to Actually Find Profitable Online Arbitrage Products to Sell on Amazon. And so if you actually want to network by building an audience like I did, because this is not the only way that you can do it, right? The only way to network is not to build an audience. But if you actually want to build an audience to eventually monetize it and all that stuff, you need to actually share your own experience and not repackage other people's experience. If you want to, like, for example, this is another example that I use. To ungate Nike, I've never used eBay, because eBay, when I actually started online arbitrage, it was not common knowledge that you could actually use eBay to get ungated, all right, for Nike, Puma, all that stuff. So you had to pay super expensive guys to actually have people actually tell you this or network a lot. And I did none of that. I actually found another way myself. And so this is the reason why I actually noticed that this guy actually took the content from my YouTube channel. And I noticed then on this account that all the other stuff, and by the way, no hate about that. I'm just telling you what you should do if you want to actually network. And I'm telling you that it's actually a mistake if you want to grow an audience about this stuff, right? And if you want to network. Nobody has ever talked about soccer.com. Nobody knew this website. And so the reason why I was able to actually like find this, because, and it was the perfect moment to actually share this video, because eBay was closing and it was common knowledge that you could actually get ungated with Nike and all that stuff with eBay. And so the reason why I actually shared this, it was totally new. Nobody has ever talked about soccer.com because nobody knew it was a good website to actually get ungated in. And this is a website that I found doing my own research. And I know, and because when I wanted to get ungated in Nike and all that stuff, I tried to think. Because the word on the street at that time was that it was impossible to actually get ungated with Nike before the eBay thing was common sense, right? That was impossible to get ungated with Nike because it's super hard to get an account. Like usually as a small guy, you cannot get an account with Nike or with Nike wholesalers. And then I tried to think about it and try to figure out who would actually buy Nike stuff in bulk. And then I thought about sports team, school, all that stuff. And so I was trying to find where do school, like let's say I'm a school and I want to buy Nike socks in bulk for my team, for my soccer team. Where would I go? And I found soccer.com this way. Right, this is how I found the website, and I noticed that you can actually buy in bulk, that you can actually place orders on the phone, but you can actually do it on the website and then ask an invoice. It works as well. And so this is how I actually found it, and this is the story I shared on how to actually think outside of the box when actually people show you all that stuff, and how to actually get ungated on Nike right now. One good alternative to get ungated on Nike. And so if you want to grow a meaningful audience, you are going to need to come with original content and show alternative to people on how to do stuff and bring the common knowledge forward. All right, this is what you're going to need to do. You are never going to be able to build a meaningful audience if you are just trying to repackage everybody's content. You see that in a lot of my videos, I actually go against what a lot of people are actually saying. And this is why people actually like my videos, and this is why I have an audience that actually, like, I have some people that hate me as well. You know, I receive some hate comments from time to time. But, and I do not really care. I do not get my feelings hurt that easily. So you can keep trying if you want to, but I'll make fun of you in videos like I do sometimes when I receive hate comments. I haven't received any in a while, by the way. It does not mean that you should leave hate comments, because I will find you. All right, I will find your address and I will come to your house and I will fuck you up. But yeah, I'm not those guys. I'm not those other guys. All right. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, you need to bring some. You need to share your experience. All right. You have your personal experience. You are not doing the things. You are not doing things exactly as other people say. Just document what you are doing. You do not need to be an expert and know every single thing about this business to actually post content and build an audience. All right, you can just document what you're doing and share stuff that has been working with you. All right, and stuff that you figured out. All right, this is what it's all about. It's pushing the knowledge forward. If you want to build your audience, this is what you need to do. All right, repackaging content is not going to work, and so this is a big mistake. Do not make this mistake. And the other big mistake is to make some corny contents and like actually be a disservice to the community, because what I notice also is when people actually repackage contents, do not repackage it the right way, and do not say the really important stuff, because they do not necessarily know a lot about what they are talking about. And so it's actually disservice to the community. But yeah, so do not be that guy. And yeah, thank you for watching, I guess. Watch these other videos if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon. If you want to keep repackaging my videos in tweets, do it. Just know you're not, I do not really care, by the way. Yeah, do not think that you're going to build a meaningful audience this way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video.